The place once occupied by his eye was replaced with a major scar, which sometimes emanated an intense brightness. Odin then became known as the One-Eyed, or the One of the Flaming Eye. From that day forward, Odin started to see the world with much more clarity, and now, with just one eye, he could see much better than he had with both. Sif, the goddess and wife of the mighty Thor, had beautiful and long golden hair, and from all the goddess's traits, her hair was the one that attracted the thunder god the most. But one day, Thor woke up and was faced with a bald woman in his bed and yelled, "Who are you, witch? And what have you done?" The god, stunned, recognized his wife and shouted, "Loki!" The scream was heard throughout the whole kingdom of Asgard. During the night, Loki, the god of mischief, concocted yet another of his pranks. While the goddess was sleeping, he cut her beautiful hair. The thunder god dragged Loki up to his room, where Sif cried copiously, "Look at what you have done! How did you dare to cut my wife's hair? What now? Do I have to parade with a bald wife right by my side? Have you ever thought about the possibility of making her wear?" He lifted Loki from the floor and said, "If you do not find a way to make my Sif regain her splendor, I will break every single one of your bones." Considering that threat, the god of mischief started to think of a way to solve that situation, until he had an idea. So he departed towards Svartalheim, the dwarf land. He was aware that the skillful dwarves were able to do anything, but before that, he would have to convince them. Then he looked for the brothers, sons of Ivaldi, who were skillful craftsmen, and said, "You don't know the latest news. The gods will conduct a trial to establish who the best craftsmen are. And the brothers Brock and Eitri said that you, sons of Ivaldi, do not have the slightest chance." "That's an outrage. Those pierced, clumsy hands will not have the slightest chance against us." "Very well, but there is one condition. You have to do 3 gifts for the gods, and one of them has to be a long golden hair that never stops growing." Loki departed to incite the brothers Brock and Eitri to establish a competition. You will not believe this. The sons of Ivaldi will participate in a contest promoted by the gods to decide who the best craftsmen are, and they said you don't have any chance, given that you are nothing but a bunch of clumsy guys. "Clumsy guys? Huh. That's quite typical of the sons of Ivaldi, but we will not compete. Everybody already knows that we are much better, so we have nothing to gain." "I bet that you are not better than the legendary brothers of Alderson. I would bet my own head on it." "The most elusive of gods seems a nice prize to me. I accept the bet." Loki trembled, but did not step back and accepted the bet. He also knew that Brock and Eitri were better than the sons of Ivaldi, but now he would have to use all of his cunning talents to untangle himself from that mess. Loki was in a stalemate to retrieve the hair of the goddess Sif. The god of mischief instigated a clash between 2 families of dwarves, and these would compete to see who the best craftsman was, and the gods of Asgard, Odin, Thor, Frey, would be the judges. To enable the clash, Loki's head was literally at stake, due to a bet made with Brock and Eitri. The dwarves, sons of Ivaldi, started to make their gifts for the gods, and Loki noticed that everything seemed to went well. But the god realized that the brothers were doing something outstanding. Loki then understood he had to intervene. They all built beautiful gifts, but they were certainly crafting the greatest of all works. It was a powerful hammer. To achieve perfection, the dwarves had to keep the forge at an ideal temperature, not a degree more or less. And Brock did his work by pumping the bellows with great precision. Loki noticed he had to act quickly, and turned himself into a large, infectious mosquito. He flew the dwarf withstood the pain and continued his work. Then Loki attacked with an even stronger sting in his neck. The dwarf unleashed painful cries, but resisted. The god then decided to attack the dwarf's eyes. He closed his eyes, and the eyelids were attached. The